Hi people, Monique Noel-Gunter here with some exciting news that I've got to share with you. So did you know that New York and some other states passed a law basically stating that employers need to offer their employees retirement options? New York in particular has this mandated to take effect as of October. So we've got one more month to make sure that all of our businesses are offering employees what they can invest in so they have a 401k or a retirement option, something like that. Okay. Did you know last year the Wall Street Journal put out a post, and the post said that we are in the red. We are completely out of the money that we need to fund Social Security. They're still taking it out of our checks, though, right? I digress. So the Wall Street Journal says that we're in the red, right? We're right now in the reserves as of last year for taking monies towards Social Security. The reserves are expected to be completely depleted, like gone no more, can't help you, sorry, in 2034. That's right around the corner, people. That's 14 years from now, right? So, isn't it interesting? The Wall Street Journal said that last year, and the states said this year, okay, employers, now you are responsible to make sure that your employees have something where they can put aside money for their retirement. People, read between the lines. I know I have beliefs and whatever that may be not norm to everybody else, but there's a reason why our government does things that it does. If there's not enough money to take care of the people who are retiring now, what are we going to do in 14 years, right? We have the baby boomers that are about to retire. We have the next generation coming after that that's going to retire. This is why the government is now mandating it that employers provide a way for employees to take a part of their salary and put it aside for retirement. They're mandating it because they know they're not going to be able to continue Social Security for much longer. That being said, if you are a business owner and you need to find a resource that will allow you to provide the service for your clients, talk to me. I know someone who can help you with that. All right? If, let's say, you are an employee and you realize that you need a retirement something, but you don't want it tied into what your employer is offering because you know once you leave the job or the job leaves you, you're out of luck, talk to me. I know someone who can help you with that. I hope you're reading between the lines here, people. And I hope this information is helpful to you because we go to work every day for the most part. On average, people work 50 out of the 52 weeks in a year, right? We may get sick days, we may not get sick days, right? But we still have birthdays and graduations and births and deaths that happen along the way. It's important for us to make sure that we're preparing for the days that we can't go to work, the days when maybe we're older, or maybe the days when you want to have your money work for you instead of you working for it. It's another conversation entirely, but we need to be prepared. Okay, so this message is specifically for those who need help with finding the right retirement options, and for those who need help understanding the differences between a 401k, an IRA, a Roth IRA, and a Roth 401k. If you don't know the differences, there are huge implications. Mostly 401ks are offered through your employer. The employer uses it to help with employee retention. It's a perk. They get to write off funds if they match, and the employee gets to put aside money because they need something for retirement. What we don't really hear about is the fact that when you're 59 and a half, taxes become due if you have a 401k. So whatever you have in your 401k, if you haven't made arrangements to pay on your taxes become due at 59 and a half. Okay, so I always recommend get a Roth IRA, a Roth 401k. With a Roth, you pay your taxes up front. Unless you expect to be broke in your old age or to have less income in your old age, you need a Roth because the Roth is going to basically let you pay your taxes now so that your money that you've invested grows Every year it grows, right? And all of the interest, all of the growth, all of the monies you've invested is now tax free. Because you paid your taxes up front, can't be taxed again because you already paid your taxes. Is this making sense? I hope it does. With a Roth IRA, if you help your children, let's say they're 18, they get a job, they start earning an income. Once you have earned income, you can start your own retirement account. So if you hire your kids in your business, you can start a Roth IRA for them earlier. If you wait until your kids are like 18, you can let them start at 18. Putting aside $100 a month from the age of 18 with standard interest rates and whatnot, you can have $1 million waiting for you by the time you're 65, just with $100 a month. If you wait 10 years, and you don't start investing when you're in your 18, 19, 20 years, let's say you wait until you're like 29, 30, 31, those 10 years with compounding interest cost you about $700,000. I'll say it again. Those 10 years cost you $700,000 because compounding interest works in a way that it builds slowly and then it booms at the end. So the time you delay is going to cost you financially. If you have any idea about the quality of life that you want to live for retirement, let's have a conversation. Let's put together a plan specifically for you and your family because we're all different. We all have different expenses, different needs, different things that we must or want to accomplish. So finance is not like a cookie cutter thing where it's good for you, it's good for me, it's good for everybody. No, we're all different. Some of us have kids, some of us don't have kids. Some of us have more expenses, some of us have less expenses. Either way, we need to plan for our retirement because think about it like this. You know how old you are today, right? God willing, you live to see tomorrow and you get to grow old and then you'll eventually retire, right? But your retirement age is the age that you're supposed to be able to stop working. Doesn't mean you will stop working, but you're going to be eligible to stop working. What happens if you haven't prepared? Then you won't be able to stop working. You'll have to essentially keep working until you die. That does not sound very appealing, right? So I'm going to go to the next one. What if you are thinking of retirement and you start saving and you're planning for your retirement, but you don't know exactly how much you're going to need? You haven't factored in inflation, right? What you save might not be enough to last you throughout retirement. So you may have retired at 67, but then your money starts running out at around 77. What happens if you're going to live to 97? Are you going to start working again at 77 for the next 20 years to make ends meet? It's not very appealing either. The thing is, we have to have a specific target. And if we know what that target is, then we can aim our arrows toward it and we can hit that target. Finances are very comprehensible. If you know, then you know. If you don't, then you don't. So we have to have the conversation while we're young enough to do something about it, right? That being said, make an appointment with me and let's have a conversation. Let's have a conversation specifically about your needs and the needs of your family. Within that conversation, we'll be able to cover your current expenses, maybe getting rid of some of your debt, putting a plan in place to help you get rid of that debt, as well as a plan in place to help you build wealth, retirement accounts, right? Child savings accounts. Maybe you want to go on a vacation or buy a house or get a new car. Short-term savings, right? Because if you don't plan for these specific things, then what happens? Something goes off, something goes wrong, and you have to borrow from this pot to pay for that. And then next thing you know, your finances, your plan is out of whack. So we address all of these different concerns to make sure that you are financially secure. Let's make it happen, people. It's an amazing day. It's a great day for growth. It's a great day to have a conversation that could possibly, or that will likely impact your life for the best. Therefore, impact your kid's life for the best. Or impact your spouse's life for the best. Or maybe set up a wonderful fund for kids and families that have absolutely no relationship to you whatsoever. But the point is, the knowledge is there. So let's have a conversation, share with you the knowledge. You can choose to do with it what you want. I always used to think that knowledge is power, but having learned what I've learned in this last few months, this financial um, wave of education and learning, knowledge is only power if you put action behind it. I challenge you today. What actionable steps are you going to take to make sure that you are in a good place when it's time for you to retire? I hope that this helps you. I hope that it blesses you. Have a great day.